Hard to choose. I have a story about death and one about drunkenness. I think I'm going to try drunkenness. Today is a good day for drunkenness. Okay, so I am a French, bonne année tout le monde. I'm a French teacher. Yes, I did my master's degree here in Boston, and now I'm replacing a wonderful Senegalese teacher who just had a baby in Amherst. So when I was an undergrad, I went abroad for a year. I spent a semester in West Africa in Senegal, and a semester with Senegal. The summer I hear, woo, yay, Senegal! Okay, and I spent a semester in the south of France. What? Oui, le Gambie! Okay, West Africa. All right, so when on my way back from Senegal, I was with some of the, we didn't really know, there was a group of 30 of us American students, and we all, spent our days sweating in the heat and dealing with our host families who thought we were strange and bizarre. So we were on our way back, none of us knew we were all on the same plane. So we all, because we kind of had different connections, it was insane. So we get back to, we're on the plane from Casablanca to New York. And I meet up with, some people and I start moving around. There's my friend, one of the crazy people who was sort of like, I can't really describe her, but her name was Toops. That's what she called her. Her first name was Catherine and her last name was Toops, but everybody called her Toops. And so she had somehow met this group of guys who had been doing a video of ballet in Guinea-Bissau. And they'd been drinking, so by the time I got back there, they'd been drinking. So we were on an Air Maroc flight, so we were a group of very sort of, somewhat traditional Moroccan women, all the flight attendants, Moroccan women. And there are these group of men and her with bottles of Stoli they bought in duty-free in Casablanca, and they're just getting orange juice. And so, they got, so by the time we were about to land, and then we try, and so Toops had at some point passed out. And eventually we're like, ooh, okay, she peed herself, now we're in trouble. So we're trying to wake her up, she's not waking up. The plane lands, the guys are going, we have a connection, they disappear. So I'm left trying to, make sure she doesn't get separated from her bag, because her bag's in an overhead bin in the beginning of the plane. They're calling the police, and so these Moroccan women are just talking shit about these guys. It was great. They're just like, they're just like saying horrible things like, now they got her drunk, and now she's gone, and they're gone, blah, blah, blah. So the police come, they strap her into there to restrain her, because she's like, blah, 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 blah. She was responding kind of, but she's flailing her arms, so they have to strap her down, and they take her to the hospital. And I think that's the end of it. And then like a week and a half later, there's this plaintive email from her parents. Toops never made it home. Does anybody know what happened to her? And I'm like, oh my God, now I have to send an email saying, dear Toops family, your daughter got shit-faced on the plane and is in a hospital in New York. So now I'm just like, she was taken off the plane, she was sick, she's in New York. And they email me back, what happened? And I'm like, you surely talked to her. She's in a hospital in New York. Well, we know she's 21, so you can tell us if she drank. It's like, okay, she got drunk. She's in a hospital in New York. So that was my experience coming back from a hot, long, sweaty semester in Dakar, Senegal.
Thank you, Jaron.